Hi everyone, my name is Aileen Wu. I am an Olympic weightlifting coach and this is my reaction to the 2017 CrossFit Games Snatch event. Here we go. All right, Thorisdottir, 205 pounds. Feet on the bar, hands on bar. Pulls her forward right off the floor. Pulls her forward right off the floor because she wasn't tight. It teeter-totters up and she gets under it. She almost has it. She's very narrow grip too. Does it the same on the second one. She has it. Slow speed. Let's check it out. So feet under the bar, hands on bar. I think this is a narrow grip for Thorisdottir just because she's so tall and she's so long. I don't have a measuring stick. I'm not in front of her. I can't tell, but just off of this, it seems like that. But anyway, feet on the bar, hands on bar. Here we go. She's looking to lift. I love that she's looking for a point. She tightens up her back and then she does the slack pull thing, which I don't love, right? So the slack pull thing, notice what happens. The arms slack off a little bit, just a touch. Butt comes forward, knees come in, weight comes forward on the foot. And so right off the bat, not the best position. The butt continues to come up. She does a great job of keeping it close, but the weight is a little forward on the foot. I'm sorry about the plane, I'm excited. Bar's coming up. Here the knees slack off a little bit, which is again typical of feet very close together, narrow, but she's staying over the barbell. And you start to see a little bit of separation here because the knees slack off, which again is typical. So because the knees slack off, it's like instead of keeping that barbell here and riding it, she skips this part of her thigh and almost goes from here to here. And now because she wants to be up against the bar for the extension, she has to come to the bar, or she is coming to the bar. So instead of being here and coming up the bar this way, she's here and now she's coming to the bar. Notice where my feet are. They had to roll forward to meet the barbell. I'm exaggerating so you can see it. So here she is a little bit more forward in the foot. And notice the difference in this pop too. The difference in this pop is instead of this extension to the jump up and back, it's a little bit of this. And so she's not getting this full vertical extension. You're missing out on that height just a little bit. She doesn't do enough of the shrug and pull, which you can see because there's no tensioning on that barbell. And the barbell comes crashing on her because she's not pulling it on it that way and she's not ready for it. So you see this buckling, she can't save it and she misses that lift. She so had that lift. She so has that lift. It's so close. Great job, final event, CrossFit Games 2017 top 10, but gosh, it was so close. Annie, I so wanted that for you. All right, Sara Sigmundsdottir going for 206, feet on the bar, hands on bar, feet very straight ahead. Doesn't tighten up before she goes, butt comes up straight first, but she does get enough height on it. I can't tell where it is relative to her sideways because of this funny view, but she wasn't ready for the receive because she wasn't pulling on the barbell the whole way. Butt comes up first, even more on that one. You see the teeter-totter. Let's watch the first one slow. All right, feet under the bar, hands on bar. She's doing the rocking thing, getting set, aggression. Here we go, looks for her point. Doesn't get tight as she picks up the barbell. Butt comes up first. She keeps it close to her, but because the butt comes up first, she's a little bit slacked forward. So she was a little bit forward on her foot. She does a decent job of getting extension, but she's not tight on the receive. She's not pulling on it this whole way. She does the pull, drop, receive. Wasn't ready for the receive. Couldn't stabilize it, lost the lift. All right, Tania Reed, feet on the bar, hands on bar. Tightens up kind of, butt comes up first. It doesn't look like she gets full extension. Could do a little bit more pull here. Gets under it just enough barely to stand up with it. Not helped by that really narrow grip, but great job making that happen. Alessandra Pichelli, she's going for 207. She just made 202. Feet under the bar, wide stance. Hands on bar, she's getting pumped. Here we go, tightening up. Better angle. Let's talk about it. This is a very interesting lift. All right, so feet on the bar, hands on bar. She's getting ready. As she picks up the barbell, notice how exaggerated it is, right? You already see the early arm bend. Her feet are pointing in a little bit. Butt very much comes up first. And look, not only does the butt come up first, even with the early arm bend, you see the barbell is way out in front of her, but she's staying solid on her foot. And from here, the barbell is basically out in here, and now she's trying to scoop under and pull in. And it's actually a little cockeyed too. So she scoops under and she pulls in, and it's like one arm pulls more than another. Obviously greatly favors the right foot, but gets enough extension on that with enough speed that it gives her enough height to get under the barbell. Very interesting. Let's watch this again. So here we go, going for the pull. Feet on the bar, hands on bar. Tightens up, butt comes up first, compromised position, gives it a big extension. Notice that the right hand pulls up more than the other. Again, left leg lifts first, and so she's much more stable on the right leg to the point where she's recovering to the right to stabilize it before she puts it down. With so much respect to Alessandra Pichelli, who just snatched 207 pounds, there were just so many things that were not efficient with that lift or not optimal. And she still made 207, and it wasn't even that difficult. So I'm really curious what she could snatch if we could just straighten up a couple of the things, like not pulling her forward off the floor at the start, getting tight before she pulls, maybe adjusting the positioning of her grip on the barbell so that it sits in her hip pocket and she doesn't have to early arm bend. Like any one of those things, I wouldn't be surprised if she could easily snatch 5 or 7 pounds more than this just by tweaking one or two of those things. Because God, it's so impressive. She's so strong. She made it happen. It was just so not optimal, with so much respect, right? Like, great job, obviously. Just so curious. All right, Tia-Clair Toomey, 205, feet on the bar, hands on bar, feet very straight ahead. I don't know if they're pointed in a little bit, but here we go. Tightens up on the barbell, doesn't give it enough pop. She needs a little bit more acceleration going into that explosion. Here we go. And okay, no, she gave it a little bit more acceleration going into the explosion on the second one, but she wasn't ready for the receive, so she lost it behind. So she did make the necessary adjustment and give it more pull, but on this one, she didn't continue to pull on the barbell as she's pulling herself under, and so she wasn't ready for it, and she lost it behind her. Tia-Clair Toomey, first of the 205, feet on the barbell, hands on barbell, doesn't tie it up before she goes, but it doesn't pull her forward. She's pulling her knees back. She's keeping it close to her system, the barbell and her. Weight comes back on the foot, that's lovely. Transitions under the barbell. I'd like to see her generate more speed after she passes the knees, and also her extension is very straight up and down. So as the extension is very straight up and down, she receives the barbell and it's kind of here. Here she is, it's kind of there. She wasn't ready for it. She could have benefited from it a little extra height, which a little bit more of that speed would have given her, along with this shrug high pull would have given her. So that combined with not pulling herself under the whole way, she wasn't quite ready for it, lost the lift. Let's watch the second one. Feet on the bar, hands on bar, comes up under the bar, tightens up. This one, the butt does come forward a little bit, but she does a better job of accelerating after the knees and into that pop into the extension, but she doesn't keep pulling on it. So she pops on the extension, she drops under, the bar comes crashing onto her, and she's not ready for it, right? So the butt did come off the floor first on this pull as opposed to the other pull. She generated so much more speed after the knees going into that acceleration explosion jump that she got more height on the barbell, but she didn't continue to pull. It was a pull drop catch, and so because it was a pull drop catch, she wasn't pulling on it this whole way. When it came time to catch or receive, she wasn't ready for it, and she ended up losing it behind. Great job, Tia-Clair Toomey. Almost had that 205. All right, Katrin Davidsdottir going for 200 pounds, feet under the bar, narrow, pointed in, rolls barbell off the ground, very slow off the start, but comes up first, weight comes forward on the foot. She's gonna try to do it one more time. Here we go, getting pumped up. Feet on the bar, hands on bar, doesn't tie it up before she goes. She doesn't have it, she's nowhere near close. Let's watch that slow. So feet under the bar, narrow. She tries to tighten up as she picks up the bar. Barbell comes up first, weight shifts forward on the foot, slacks at the knees, gives it a hip thrust, does a decent job of actually getting some height on it, but doesn't go for it. Just a little bit off with Katrin Davidsdottir with her pull. I don't know if she has 200 that day or if she's had it before, but in terms of a little bit more consistency and help with navigating the knees, helps generate momentum, and in generating momentum and a better position, if you feel more confident going into that explosion, going into that jump, which gives you more height on the barbell and more consistency, again, more confidence, gives you a much better shot of making it. Because this whole narrow, feet pointed in thing, narrow grip, I know it's heavy, but it just doesn't position you well. Great job, Katrin Davidsdottir. So close to making that 200 pounds. Just a couple little things that I think would help her feel more confident going into that lift and more powerful. Overall, great job to all these athletes, lifting amazing weight. Incredible for all these women after how many days of competition on the CrossFit Games floor. So Thank you for watching my reaction to the 2017 CrossFit Games Women's Snatch event. If you'd like the video, please like and subscribe below. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. If you'd like to work with me, you can hit me up at www.wulift.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. The Megan Rapinoe, it's like